Testing, testing. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Our parade will begin in 2 minutes. We ask that you please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, our parade will begin in 1 minute. Please take your seats and silence your cell phones now. We ask that you please take your seats. Our parade will begin in just a few minutes. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of General Glenn M. Walters, President of the Citadel, his wife Gail, our Board of Visitors, and the South Carolina Corps of Cadets, I would like to welcome you to the Citadel in this afternoon's graduation parade. Known as the Long Gray Line, today's parade is in honor of the graduating class of 2021 and marks the official transfer of command to the class of 2022. The Citadel's mission is to educate and prepare graduates to become principled leaders in all walks of life by instilling the core values of the Citadel in a challenging intellectual environment. These core values are honor, duty, and respect. Responding to adjutant's call, the Corps of Cadets now moves to its position on the final line, forming for parade. Adjutant's call, sounded on a trumpet or bugle, has opened parades of the American forces for more than 150 years. While the marching units are forming for the ceremony, I will briefly describe the historical background associated with some of the movements and activities you will observe this afternoon. The tradition of parading troops can be traced back to the time of Alexander the Great. For the most part, drill procedures and movements on the parade field in the past were identical to the tactical maneuvers employed on the battlefield. The traditions of United States military reviews and parades began at Valley Forge. At that time, brigades of soldiers were formed in order of battle. Modern day ceremonies are conducted to render honors, preserve tradition, and foster esprit de corps. Parades were originally the working formation of the Army, which began and ended each day, whereas the reviews were formal dress occasions. The review you will see today is a continuation of a 200-year-old tradition and does not differ greatly from the parade sequences outlined in General Friedrich Wilhelm Baron von Steuben's Blue Book, known as the drill manual known as the Blue Book, and practiced by the American Revolutionary War soldiers. It is interesting to note that the cadet regulations to this day are still referred to as the Blue Book. Now approaching the center of the formation is the regimental color guard. bearing the national, state, and regimental colors. The presence of these colors at the center of the formation represents their historical location at the forefront of a regiment during the heat of battle, serving both as a point for the unit to dress on or rally around. The regimental colors of the Corps of Cadets bears 8 battle streamers, one for each engagement the Corps participated in during the Civil War. The regimental adjutant, Cadet Major Jacob Hardy, is now moving to his position. The adjutant's walk, performed at exaggerated cadence, moves him rapidly to a position where he could present the Corps to the regimental commander. The regimental commander, Cadet Colonel Nick Piacentini, and members of the regimental staff are taking their positions along with the Corps of Cadets for today's review. The current battalion and company commanders are now changing command with the rising 2022 battalion and company commanders. The members of the graduating first class are now online in front of the Corps of Cadets in preparation to march across the field where they will take the pass interview. Ladies and gentlemen, at the center of the parade ground, Cadet Colonel Nick Piacentini, Regimental Commander of the class of 2021, is passing the Regimental Commander Sword to Cadet Sergeant Major Catherine Christmas, Regimental Commander of the class of 2022. This exchange carries a significant meaning. The sword, known as the Burroughs Sword, was once carried by the Regimental Commander class of 1940. The late Colonel Jake Burroughs, United States Army retired, presented his personal sword to the Corps of Cadets in September of 2007. It is carried each year by the current regimental commander and passed each spring to a new generation of Citadel leadership. Class of 2021, forward, march. The class of 2022 assumes command of the cadet regiment. Graduating first class, halt. Class of 2021, about, face. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2021, over 560 cadets strong. Representing the South Carolina Corps of Cadets is the class of 2024. On the last day of their freshman year, they have the distinct honor of rendering the final salute to the graduating class of 2021. The final event of today's ceremony will be the class of 2024 passing in review. As the national colors approach your position, please rise and render appropriate honors. Commanding the South Carolina Corps of Cadets, Cadet Catherine Christmas from Easley, South Carolina. Cadet Patrick Cherry from Indianapolis, Indiana. Commanding 1st Battalion, Cadet Grant Spear from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Cadet Stephen Kaiser Parlett from Yellow Springs, Ohio. Commanding Alpha Company, Cadet Bennett Lucas from Lexington, South Carolina. Cadet Abigail Sansbury from Florence, South Carolina. Commanding Bravo Company, Cadet Jeremy Walker from Tampa, Florida. Cadet Brianna Sykes from Las Vegas, Nevada. Commanding Charlie Company, Cadet Seth Gerstenfeld from Dallas, Texas. Cadet Jordan Camacho from Columbia, South Carolina. Commanding Delta Company, Cadet Joshua Desmore from Beaufort, South Carolina. Cadet Marie Legallo from Bonnie Lake, Washington. Commanding 2nd Battalion, Cadet John Mickney from Clifton Park, New York. Cadet Thomas Greeley from South Boston, Massachusetts. Commanding Echo Company, Cadet Cody Green from Knoxville, Tennessee. Cadet Srijit Mukherjee from Raleigh, North Carolina. Commanding Foxtrot Company, Cadet Catherine Jarvis from Suffolk, New York. Cadet Joshua Gibson from Greenville, South Carolina. Commanding Golf Company, Cadet David Stringer from Waco, Texas. Cadet Dylan Wood from Akron, Indiana. Commanding Hotel Company, Cadet Malcolm Jackson from Bloomingdale, Georgia. Cadet Taylor Swiger from Martinsburg, West Virginia. Commanding the Regimental Band, Cadet Donovan O'Day from Somerville, South Carolina. Cadet Grace Wolf from Houston, Texas. Commanding 3rd Battalion, Cadet Garrett Grettinger from Anderson, South Carolina. Cadet John Florian from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Commanding India Company, Cadet Nicole Spahn from Fairless Hills, Pennsylvania. Cadet Cameron Cole from Huntington, Maryland. Commanding Kilo Company, Cadet Jackson Bridges from Fort Mill, South Carolina. Cadet William Howe from Waldorf, Maryland. Commanding Lima Company, Cadet Antonio Carbajal from Aiken, South Carolina. Cadet John Utley from Ackworth, Georgia. Commanding Mike Company, Cadet James Petros from Raleigh, North Carolina. Cadet Braxton Weaver from Columbia, South Carolina. Commanding the Regimental Color Guard, Cadet Tyler Martin from Newark, Delaware. Commanding 4th Battalion, Cadet Aaron Daninger from Cocoa Beach, Florida. Cadet Blake Giles from Columbia, South Carolina. Commanding November Company, Cadet Lane Johnson from Mechanicsville, Virginia. Cadet Josh Huey from Fort Mill, South Carolina. Commanding Oscar Company, Cadet Alicia Roberts from Atlanta, Georgia. Cadet Sam Rieger from Cincinnati, Ohio. Commanding Romeo Company, Cadet Jack Wall from Georgetown, South Carolina. Cadet Dice Duckworth from Centerbury, New Hampshire. Commanding Tango Company, Cadet Garrett Summers from Chapin, South Carolina. Cadet Madeline Wojciechowski from Sandwich, Massachusetts. Commanding 5th Battalion, Cadet Angelia Lance from Fort Worth, Texas. Cadet Aaron Weiss from North Pole, Alaska. Commanding Papa Company, Cadet Pei-Xuan Liu from Taichung, Taiwan. Cadet Tyler Miller from Redondo Beach, California. Commanding Sierra Company, Cadet Jarrett Price from Aiken, South Carolina. Cadet Joseph Justice from Somerville, South Carolina. Commanding Victor Company, Cadet Kyle Kretzer from Houston, Texas. Cadet Brandon Johnson from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. Commanding Palmetto Battery, Cadet Grant Norman from Hudson, Ohio. Cadet Caleb Robb from Oldenburg, Indiana. Class of 2021, dismissed.